Now a play fake here on first down. Underneath to his tight end, Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Now they'll tuck this and run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
13 yards on the play. That's another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Raiders at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they got a real...
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
The pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles. But also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw again. That one complete to again. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3rd and 8.
Let's go now. 70 race. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. You've been here before. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready, ready.
He'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
By Carlton Davis.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. looking to put a drive together. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Good. Set.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
The 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. You look at this Raiders defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I won't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him wide complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
15. First down, Bills.
Hurts. And he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Santos with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Raiders 3. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Hold the ready.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
70 Rangers, set, Panther 60, Panther 60. Hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pitch and catch to Wilson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Let's go. Viking 18. Cup 19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 61 yards. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Bills 7. Chad Ryland to kick off.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room,
and he's got room. Now he's free at the 35. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Unlock Lions. Ready? Hawk, set, go.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Mustang 19. 79 Broncos.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton there to make the grab. And the Raiders are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Raiders 17, Bills 7. Chad Ryland to kick off.
Now Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, But I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
So
he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Cowboy 80.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. On the out route, he finds Hardman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a leader touchdown. Nicole Hardman from 17 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bills have recovered. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
Hey, 73, 73.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Brings up second and a yard at the 19-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route.
That's good.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
First and goal, Buffalo.
Montgomery. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills have got it back to within a score.
The kick is good.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Come on.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready? 19 Tiger. Ready?
Now back to throw. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Las Vegas, first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Back. Gravity Lions.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Bronco 80. Panther 11.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Check the Eagle. Crutch. Go.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Here we go. Shot. Buffalo 18 Cardinal. Yep.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He'll try and do this himself. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
For the field goal, a 23-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And the Bills first down.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
The Bills first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Trim it.
They're going to look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's going to let it go again. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Packers 6, 7 Pop Dragon 60. 18, Pioneer.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down. A gain of 19 yards.
They go play action with Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Oh, what a move. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Bills are back within a score.
The kick is good.
Santos with the extra point. And the lead is down to 2.
28. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
2nd down and a yard.
Viking 18.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Mustang 19. Ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And now an audible here into something else.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
7 Pirates, go!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3 barely. But the mark shows first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Go quick. Buffalo 18. Ready?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and 3. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, pulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Raiders 36, Bills 28. Chad Ryland to kick off.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Hurts. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slam. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 46 yards. And the Bills are back within a couple of the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Hurts will throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
The 2-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. Raiders
Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of the special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
19 tight, 19 tight.
He'll look to throw. And he fends him off. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Daniil Hunter on the stop. Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And now they'll shift things around.
18, Pioneer.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
Chad Ryland on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to 5.
Raiders 39.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
At the 30-yard line.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Hurts to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second and 10, Hurts. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Good move. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Montgomery back to the ground. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 36 yards on the play. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Let go.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
At the 41-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations in second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ready, ready.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 65 cash, 65 cash. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw here. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And that lines up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Third and 13.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is what we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Connecting with Hill. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
He's back to throw. He gets this complete to Diggs. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
A gain of 6.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
80 seconds remain. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Leo Chanel. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks, because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
Taken down.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Ready? Go!
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Las Vegas, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.